Welcome to the Undignified Podcast. This is episode 4. I'm Aiden. I'm here with Jake. This is interesting. So yeah.
Why is it,
What?
why is this interesting, Aiden? Because you're shit faced.
A little bit. So
I
I
got Aiden here. I was gonna say that.
so I was not intentioning to be this drunk.
Was it intentional?
It was not intentional. I just had a few cheeky ones by myself, and I was like, I didn't realize how much I was pouring for myself. That's for sure. But yeah. Anyways, so I found out my mum found out about this podcast. So if you are watching this, hello, mum. It's nice to
Hello,
see
Mum.
you. Hello, mum. Um, yeah. Well, fuck. So we just got back from Brisbane like yesterday. It was an interesting 5 days, that's for sure. We fucking went out and had lots of drinks, lots of good food. I visited Fallon's a lot of the time.
Balance.
Fallon's, woo!
Oh, the lads. Let's go
Oh,
to
the
balance.
lads. So, yeah, fuck. Hey, well, you're back at work today, aren't you? Like, for the first time in, like,
Yeah, already.
nearly 2 weeks or something. How's that going for you?
Like 9 days, bro.
Yeah.
Odd. Very odd. I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning and I'm like, I feel pretty good. Like, okay, but I don't need to be up this early. So
Nah.
fell back to sleep. Woke up at about 8:30 and I was like, huh, I want to kill myself. I felt
Don't say that.
ratchet. I felt not literally, metaphorically, but I felt
Yeah.
terrible. I don't know what it was. I don't know, like if you go back in deep sleep, overslept. I felt crap, and I was like, "Oh, fuck, oh, where's my phone?" And I roll over, look at my work phone. Lucky no emails or anything, and then I look at my personal phone. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta get up." And it took me like an hour and a half just to become human again.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, then I did a whole bunch of admin and then back to work and yada yada yada. So it wasn't a bad first day back. A little bit pointless because the people I went to see for my work, they're like still on holidays.
Yeah, okay.
So
Fuck.
I was like, okay. So oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but it was really odd and dragged out a little bit and went to the gym and got
Yeah.
jacked and now I'm here.
Yeah, it is what it is. So for me personally, I'm still on holidays and I've still got like two
I
more
hate
weeks
you
left.
so much.
But it's not it's not as stress free as what I wish it was. Like I'm moving into a new place on Saturday, so I've actually got like approval to move into this new apartment on Saturday. So I'm assuming by then, obviously you can see in the background, it's like I don't have bookshelves here because they're gone already. I've got this one bookshelf behind me, but I mean, I can probably talk about that on the podcast, but like, I'm approved to move into this place on Saturday. And it's just a whole fucking nightmare with like this house that I'm in now. I've got to like try and move out of it and organize people to come do inspections and stuff. But that's like, yeah. So I wake up at 6:30. Oh, I set my alarm for 6 o'clock this morning. To take the bin out because I was like, I fucking need to. And then woke up at 6 o'clock to my alarm and I was like, fuck this. Went to sleep for half an hour and woke up at 6:30, did the bin, went back to sleep to like 9:30 and woke up with the worst headache known to man, which is always like, it happens to me after traveling every time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember you saying you woke up with a headache as well. Like you just felt like fucking shit from hay fever and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I took Panadol and stuff.
Yeah.
I took like Zyrtec plus a Telfast plus the fucking Panadol. I was drugged up.
Yeah. I mean, you still sound pretty fucking
Yeah, like
congested
I
and
was just,
stuff.
dude, I was alright in Brisbane, but then yeah, I came home. I was like, "Ugh, I love it, buddy.
Yeah.
What's going on?" Even now, I'm nasally as. It's freaking
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, you do sound a bit fucked up. Um,
Yep. Yay.
that's alright. It sounds hot.
Do you want to see? The thing is, I don't. I should. Why am I putting voice on? Because I sound it anyway.
Yeah,
Why am
true.
I pretending?
Yeah, you don't
Why
need
am
to
I pretending?
pretend.
When I already sound like it.
Yeah, you already sound fucking sick.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
Nah,
you
it's
moving
alright.
out to a new apartment. Sick. Get all the freaking bitches over, all the sexy lads,
Yeah, it will be good. I'll get some fucking
aka Mr. Uber Eats.
Mad dick, mad fucking Indian dick with Uber Eats every other week.
You'd have the titties.
Mm. So I worked out today. It's like I'm gonna be fucked financially for the next like 2 weeks or some shit because it's like, oh, dude, that's like
Yeah, it's the
horrible. It's
joys
just
of being an adult, unfortunately.
yeah, I know. So it'll be interesting, but I'll be alright. I'll work it out. And then
Make it work.
once I'm in the new apartment, it'll be interesting because I'll be able to set up my new Like I'll be able to get a nice like setup going. I'll probably have this chair and this bookshelf, um, in the background, but like I'll try and get it like nice so it like looks good. Um, set up my couch, my washing machine. Like I know it's just like that's such like an adult thing to be excited for. But it's like I got a new washing machine and I'm so like excited to set it up. It's like currently still in packaging, but like I'm excited. What can I say?
Living the dream.
Living the dream. So yeah, I got a new couch, new washing machine, fridge, all this stuff ready to go. So I got to hire a van on Saturday to move all my shit. Like once I get my keys and stuff, it'd be like I've got 3 friends coming over, and it's just like boom, ready to set it up, pack everything away, gotta move stuff into storage, and then yeah, we're sweet. I'm like, good. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun, but yeah,
Yeah.
stressful at the same time. Like really fucking stressful. So
But yeah, step in the right direction. A new chapter in the old Aiden life. And the good thing about it, like as long as it is, at least happening at the start of the year.
yeah, definitely. Start of the year, I can sort of just like I'll just get it over and done with, and then I'll be like stress free for like the next 12 months,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, just with work, carrying that on, and then try and like change work in a way, and then just cruise. So I think I don't know if I've mentioned on the podcast, but it's like in like what I want, like in 12 months time, I want to be finished with my current position, and then I just want to like transition into a point where I can just like settle down, and then study, and then I want to do film production or like film something to do with film, and then eventually like in like 3 years time, for instance, like leave my current job and then join another like marketing. I want to do marketing is really fucking cool to me. I love it. So new
Yeah.
times to come, that's for sure. But the podcast will be running that entire time. I need to like stress that. Like this will be
Yeah.
running this entire time.
For all the 9 followers we have, trust me, you're in for a wild ride.
Yeah, you're in.
No
uh,
backseat.
so yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. Obviously, yeah, like I said, this will be running the entire time. We'll be progressing the podcast and trying to make it entertaining for you guys. I don't know. I'm gonna be just doing shit. So I've told you in Brisbane, this year I want to just be doing shit that I haven't like experienced before. Like I know it sounds fucking super stupid, but it's like eating alone at a restaurant is something I've never done before, and I like actually really want to fucking do it. Like I'm gonna be like I'll be doing it this year. Like, and I was thinking, I was like something else I could try is like shit like hot air balloon. I've never done that before, and I kind of really want to try it. So like I'm gonna go on a hot air balloon, eat at a restaurant alone, which sounds so fucking pathetic, but I really want to do that. Um, stay in a cabin in the woods, like by myself, maybe with a chicky babe. I don't know. We'll see how it
Maybe with
goes.
a maybe with a cheeky babe.
Maybe with a chicky babe. But
Maybe
regardless,
2 cheeky babes.
two two chicky babes. Okay, you're taking the piss there. I'm not lucky in that. I'm not like that lucky. But yeah, like stay in a cabin in the woods, hot air balloon, fucking eat alone in a restaurant, all this sort of shit. It's like stuff I've never done before, and I want to experience it this year. So it'd be interesting. I'll enjoy it. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta like
Broaden your horizon.
broaden my horizon, be happy and comfortable alone, and I will be. That's like main goal number one this year is like work on myself and be happy. You could almost call it a New Year's resolution. Even though it's not really like that's something you should be doing all the time, so it really shouldn't be a New Year's resolution, but I'll be doing that this year. So stay fucking tuned. That'll be interesting. In like 6 months, you'll see me. I'll be a different man. I might. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be 26 in 6 months' time. Actually, I'll be 26 in 2 months' time. But like, you don't need to worry about that.
who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting? It's like what 30, no, 50 days and something. 46 days. I don't know. Yeah, same.
God, where's the time gone?
Oh, I know it's fucked. Like I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, well, how about this? If you could go back in time to any point in life, and don't worry about that fucking space shit where you're like, if you go back in time, you won't be where you are. If you if you could go back, all right, we're not gonna worry about that. That's the whole like the whole conversation. But if you could go back in time to
Yes,
any point in your life, when would you go back to, and why?
my life.
Yeah. Or mine. Like, if you want to go back in life to my life, why? Sure, but
First time you doinked. Probably. I don't know. Maybe like a school holidays feeling, where it's like you don't have a job yet,
yeah,
got no homework, and you've just got nothing but time for like 3 months.
yeah, I
Maybe
get you.
experiencing that freedom again. Maybe
Yeah,
would be
okay,
one of them. Um, but yeah, nothing really substantial that picks. Like you could say like, oh, when I was overseas in this holiday or whatever. But
yeah,
probably the last time like you felt that full freedom where you had no responsibilities, no job, nothing to worry about. I
yeah.
guess. Not the
I
most exciting answer, but
yeah. No, so I like first of all, like I respect that. That's fair enough. Like, just go back to a time where it's just easier. Um,
yeah, just a box of shapes, Call of Duty, and all the time in the world.
yeah, some Peppy Max, just
Barbecue
smashing it.
shapes.
Barbecue shapes. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
More of a cheese and bacon fan, but yeah, whatever. Each to their own.
Oh,
Um,
that's why you're a loser.
that's why I got no bitches. Um, now, so for me,
Fuck
it's
you
like
with that.
I've honestly been thinking about this so much, which probably isn't the fucking most healthiest thing to think of. So, to put it in perspective, right? The past is the past for a reason. If you're thinking about shit, you're not in the present, you're in the past. So, you need to like just let go of it and just fucking live on, right? And that's something I struggle with. But for me, if I was to go back in time, it'd probably be to like year
Make your
nine.
mum swallow.
God damn it. No, she's watching this. She can't say that. Uh, no, so it'd probably be honestly back to year nine in high school where it's like, so for me, year eight was like a bit of a fucking struggle. Like I
Mhm.
didn't really have friends. I'll straight up admit that. Year eight was the struggle year for me. And then I went into year nine where I started making friends again. I'd probably go back to then. I think that was honestly like one of the better years of my life where I like started making friends and shit. But I do shit way differently. Like first of all, like I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't fucking date my ex. That's for sure. Like Elise. Oh fuck! I shouldn't say her name, but like my ex, it's like no chance, no way,
Toodaloo.
toodaloo. Like I wouldn't.
Mhm.
Or if I did, at least I'd do it smarter and like whatever. But like I would, you know what I mean? It's like that's the thing. Uh, anyway, so it's like, yeah, I'd go back in time to like that point, and I just do shit differently. Like in year 12, like I'll admit, like I was a bit of a loner. Like had friends, and then I like stopped being friends with them. And then turns out like that was for better, but like at the same time, like mentally and socially, it wasn't the best. But oh well. uh,
Them the day. It is what it is.
It is what it is, honestly. So yeah, I'd go back and do that sort of shit. Plus, I wouldn't join the job that I would because I don't like the job I'm in now. I would like do something else. I'd probably honestly do film production like straight off the bat, which would be
But
a smart
with
idea.
that said, you'd have to live the life you live to realize that that's something you'd want to do.
Exactly.
So we had the conversation the other day when we were both shit faced and smoking cigars.
Hmm.
We're saying how like you have to go through, you have to figure out, you have to do those shit things to figure out they're the things you don't want to do.
Yeah. So
So
like,
you might not know what you want to do, but at least
yeah,
you have a pile of shit that you don't want to do.
yeah. So
Aku Maratana.
as wide words from like Dry Creek Wrangler School on YouTube. Um, old mate said is like, uh, from experience comes wisdom. So it's like you have to live your
Mm,
life, figure out what you don't like doing, and then from there you can like gain wisdom and gain knowledge of what you do want to do and all that sort of shit. So it's like, yes, I've lived life where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do, and it's like, but I've only gained that because I've done the shit that I've done for the last like, I mean, 8 years, but like that's another story. But yeah, like, so I've now
exactly.
realized it's like I want to do film production, and it's like I've realized that after 6, 7 years of doing what I've done so far. So it's like, yeah. But if I could go back in time with the knowledge I've got now, one, I'd be a millionaire because I'd just invest in crypto and all that sort of shit. But like, yeah, I'd fucking just straight up join, just do film production, like straight off the bat. Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone wants that though. Like, just go back in time with the knowledge they've kept now, like fast,
Yeah. Or
like
like,
Back to
what
the
is it like?
Future type shit.
Yeah, it was a thing called not Catch 22, but like
Hindsight.
is it hindsight? Yeah,
Yeah,
hindsight's 2020.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
trying to say.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, with hindsight, it's like, yeah, you wouldn't do half the shit you've done, but at the same time, the shit you've done is like,
What made you you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
The shit you've done is what made you you. Really
exactly right.
highlight that one.
Yeah, put that on a fucking printer's
T-shirt,
board. Put
t-shirt.
that on a t-shirt. There you go. So yeah, I am like definitely grateful for the experiences and stuff that I've done and the jobs and whatnot that I've done so far. Like I've done heaps of shit. I built fire trucks. I've unloaded trucks and I've done the job I'm doing now, which I'm definitely not gonna fucking say because it will get me in trouble. But like, I've done all this sort of shit, and like from those experiences, I've realized it's like I don't want to do that shit. Like, it's as simple as that. And I'm sure
Yeah,
like you're probably on the same boat where it's like you've done certain shit and you've gone, hey, that's not what I want to fucking do. Like I remember like I don't know. You've said, I don't know if I should say this, but it's like you've said you want to do like stand up comedy and maybe pursuing a career in acting, for
yeah,
instance. And it's like you wouldn't have got to that point unless you've done what you've done. So
yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of those things as well. Like for my particular like interests, you got to go through those life kind of scenarios and those stories to get the experience to talk about.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You can't like, yeah. So you're definitely in the money there. Like I'm definitely in the same boat as you in regards like you've done a bunch of shit you don't like and you haven't really done the stuff you fall in love with yet or like passionate about or makes you good money.
mm.
Um, like I think like my whole thing of like I worked at a gym, then stacking shelves, filling shelves, and factory work, unloading trucks with you briefly, and then
For a week.
doing yeah, because it was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
You guys are watching, fuck yourself.
yeah.
Um, also there was like I think I did was a jockey for a postal truck, so like dropping off packages and things like that.
What? Okay,
Um,
no, I didn't know you did that.
yeah,
What the fuck? Okay,
well, I was
yeah,
doing
right.
it doing the same time I was working at the old Big Dub.
Oh, right. Fuck.
Um, Going to the kennel at both ends, lads.
Yeah.
And then what have I tried? It doesn't really count, but work experience at an accounting firm. Not for me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. I mean,
Um,
yeah. Mm.
mm, but
Like,
yeah, so on and so forth.
so I don't like. I know you've mentioned to me this like you want to pursue something in like a creative field. Um,
Yes.
like you said, like stand up is a form of creative field. Like it's an entertaining, like field, like method or whatever. For
For sure.
me, it's like like I did mention this in like the what episode like 1 2.0 type deal. Like we filmed it, but we never uploaded it. I think I mentioned in that. I was like, for me, it's like creating is a form of like mental clarity. It's like if I don't create or if I don't do something that just stimulates my mind in that sort of way, it's like I just feel down. Like I feel so
Yeah.
fucking shit all the time, and
Hmm.
it's like so this podcast, for instance, is like a way of me, um,
Trusting yourself.
yeah. It's like it's a way of me like expressing, and it's a way of me like actually tapping into that creative field. And I mentioned to you today, I was like, I want to do like a form of vlogs, and it's like like a cinematic style of vlogs where it's like just like me film like kind of like a short film, but it also has like like a narrative behind it where it's just like something that I've been doing in that life type deal. Um, sorry, I just got a message. But yeah, it's like I want to do something in that sort of fuck off. I want to do something in that sort of like film, like in that way. But
Nice.
yeah. So I will be doing that as soon as I move into this new place. I'm gonna start trying to do that like cinematic vlog style, and we'll see how that goes. But uh, we'll see. Yeah,
No, it could be fantastic, man.
yeah. Like I am excited. Don't get me wrong. Like I really want to do it. I really want to like expand into that field, and I want to. One thing I've like been struggling with is like expressing myself like socially. So on Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff. It's like I want to have more of a presence like I used to, but now I don't. Yeah, like I want to just get into that field. But so expect to see more of me in the next 12 months is what I'm saying. Um, and I hope you're there to watch that happen. But yeah, so we'll see. And I'm sure you're probably in the same boat. Like you want to express yourself more socially on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. So
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I definitely have the kind of like, I want to get in that mindset again they used to have where you and that, I think you and I, we spoke about the other day as well. Having that cabin in the woods, metaphorically, where you can go and escape and tap into your creative side.
yeah,
And like, I don't know what a studio, like the artists have a studio they go to and it's just full of paintings and brushes and canvases and this and that. Something inspires them. Like, to find that bat cave you can go into and tap into that kind of creative side.
yeah,
And then so I want to get back into that aspect, and like I want to write sketches and jokes and gags and things like that. Whatever, it's just little like TikToks. Like some people are fucking really good at TikToks, and I admire them. They do like funny shit, like
mm,
those awkward guys. They do like awkward sketches all the time. They blow up, and they just their type of comedy. It's like, man, it's definitely possible to just to you know tap into that and kind of express yourself. So
yeah,
definitely the same boat. It's just getting into the mindset of being creative
yeah,
because
yeah,
I find that like, especially if you're trying to be funny, because I like funny stuff. I also like serious stuff, but like if you can evoke any emotion from somebody, then you're doing something really good.
yeah,
You're doing a good job, whatever it is. But yeah, you just gotta I gotta have the right mindset. So that's my goal of this year. Get the right mindset where I can be creative and start those juices flowing.
yeah. Put yourself in a position where that whole like idea of creating is just a
Yeah.
thing. I guess I don't know. Like,
Well,
yeah,
absolutely. Like, even like these little artists or musicians, they're getting that mindset where like, oh, I've started this here, but I can't think of an ending. And they'll be driving one day in 2 weeks' time or a year's time, but because their brain's continuously in that mode of looking for something new, looking for something different, looking for something to create, it's always just churning over, and
mm,
eventually, ping, it pops up. So I want to get that kind of mindset where it's like, I don't necessarily have to be thinking about that one thing, but I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to go, oh, I tried and move on and forget about 2 years later
yeah,
on have that thing where it's like continuously in my mind, the back of my mind, going through it. And I saw a person today and that reminded me of this. Maybe I can link it to that. Actually, that would be really funny. That could be a hook note that clicks on here. Like, I want to get into that mindset. So basically, just kind of training my brain to do those things.
yeah,
If it makes any sense.
yeah.
Hopefully, that makes sense. I didn't ramble on too much,
No, I
but
get that. It's like
yeah,
creating an environment for yourself where it just like helps you express yourself in a creative like method.
boom. There you go. So that's more
Um,
simple. Simple way to put it.
yeah, and like I've told you, like when in Brisbane, I saw that like it was like a studio for rent or whatever, and it was just like this random ass office building. I told you, I was like, a life for whatever reason, like a life goal of mine is to just rent one of these spaces and like
Absolutely.
turn it into like a creative center, if you will. It's like that's somewhere we can like visit like weekly and like do this podcast like in that center, like have like a cool little setio like setup for this podcast and stuff like that. Um, but it's also like a place where we can go, we can edit videos, film videos, like all sort of shit. And it's like, to me, like there's nothing more important than essentially like sort of separating like business and work and stuff like that. But like having just like I know
Somewhere
it
you can
sounds
go.
weird, like a safe space, like
Yeah,
to express yourself basically. And so like having a studio in that sort of method, like in that sort of sense, would be extremely valuable. Um, and so that's one thing I'm super excited for. Like if this podcast does, like, say, like pop off and like we get thousands of viewers, we get like sponsors and stuff like that. That'll be like,
the dream.
yeah, that'll honestly be the dream. Like just having like enough to like afford a studio. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Like having enough to afford like a studio would like actually bring tears to me. Like that's a, like, it's just like next level. That'd be awesome. Also like just being able to film this podcast like with Jake and I in like in person would be fucking sick. Like I'd love that. Like instead of this fucking like, so okay, so we film this on Discord, right? Like he's in Melbourne, I'm in Sydney. It'd be so cool if we could just like film this shit in person, have like a setup and stuff like that. Like for example, like the backyard podcast, like the backyard, the the I don't know, fuck whatever it is. Sorry. And then like the TMG podcast, shit like that, like all this sort of stuff. Like these podcasts where they can just like two friends can come together in person, have a great time, film all this sort of shit, and just like, yeah, that's like a dream of mine. Like I want that to happen. Like I want that to be reality. And one day I honestly, I don't hope it will. Like I know it will be true. Like
It
that will
will.
happen. Yeah, it will be happening. So
Absolutely. And I couldn't agree more. That's something I've always wanted to do. And just trying to get there and figure out a way to do it where, you know, yeah, just getting there at that point would be phenomenal.
yeah, for sure. So if you want to
And
watch it, it
yeah,
it may happen in 12 months or it could happen in 36 months. I don't fucking know, but it will happen. And I hope you're there
well,
for the view. Like I hope you're there
well,
for the ride. So it'll be cool.
well, they say consistency is key.
Yeah.
And be consistent, diligent, manifest, put it out there in the universe, work hard, you know, kiss
Yeah.
hands, shake babies.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Send out the fucking vibrations, bro.
Yeah,
And like
charge your anus crystals.
do some fucking, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. Pernium sunbathing or whatever the fuck that thing was.
Be
Um,
butthole in the sky.
butthole tanning. Yeah. But yeah. Well, anyways, that's it. We've been going at this for like 28 minutes so far. So this inspiration podcast like done.
Inspiration,
Now
motivation,
we
never
can just,
stop, always on.
yeah, we'll just go to like some stories now. I reckon that'll be interesting.
Well, I was at the gym with Tristan, and we were talking about all the bums in Brisbane.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the
They call the
Juice
cops on
Man,
him.
Juice Man.
Oh, Juice Man. All right, we got two stories. Okay. So, first of all, we're in Queen Street in the CBD of Brisbane. Lovely place, lovely people. But there's a few homeless people there, right? A few
Oh,
bums.
too many.
Don't know if it's their fault.
Yeah.
Jesus can judge them. Anyways, so there was, we walked past one guy, so it was like Pierce, walked past another guy, whatever. There's one guy, I think at the front of their bank or something like that. He was sitting against a tree, and I looked at him, like, I nudged Aiden, I'm like, guy's got a that guy's got a bottle of juice on his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? He looks, it had like a 2 liter golden circle, like orange juice, just dunk on his
Okay.
head.
Apple
Wasn't it?
and blackcurrant orange juice.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
There we
got it
go.
specifics.
Yeah, I was like half full at the time, and I was like, he's sitting against a tree.
just
People just boop,
just
top
on
of
his head.
just balancing where he's like, I don't know if he was like picking his fingers or some shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then we go shopping, do a thing, whatever. Walk back, like a couple hours later, still there. Oh, might disappeared. I don't know. The next day, and he goes, "Hey, Jake, you remember the guy with the juice? Yeah. Look, he's still there.
He's
And this
still
time,
there.
there's like a different flavored juice, and now it's full to the top, and it's sitting on his head, just like
Yeah.
meditating it with on his head for hours and hours all day. And I think we must have seen him maybe 3 times, and lo and behold, the juice was on his head.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, he's got nothing else better to do. But
Bro, this
balance
guy
out
was
with juice
fucking
on his head.
dedicated, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how long. Like, we'd go off for like at least 2-3 hours just walking around Brisbane. Like, we'd go off down to South Bank, come back. Regardless, like, we'd always come back on Queen Street because that's where our hotel was. He'd be there. He'd just be sitting there with fucking juice on his head. Like, okay, if you're from Brisbane, right? Like, CBD, like, what is it? Fortitude Valley, or whatever the fuck it was. From the Valley
Yeah.
is what they call it. If you're from there and you walk past the post office there and going towards like what Queen Street Mall or whatever the fuck, I don't know, whatever. Have you seen this fucking guy with juice on his head? Like, if you've seen it, you understand what we're talking about. It's this fucking homeless dude who sits there and like, I don't know if he goes to the Woolworths just down the road and buys the juice and just chucks it on his head. What the fuck is the go with that? Why does he do that? I should have asked him, but he does it all day, every day. And he's just there. It's fucked.
Juice man.
The juice man.
God.
But yeah, that's good fun.
And the best part about it, he pretty confident he smelled like piss.
Oh, yeah. You walk past him and he smells like 4-day-old piss all the time.
Yeah. Maybe it's not like blackcurrant apple juice. It's
just
piss.
straight piss. It's
Piss
not
and
juice,
shit.
it's just piss, man. Like,
God. And then there was the other junkies that were like trying to doink in the corner of the
oh,
fucking
yeah.
shopping center.
The one where it's like, so for that,
Take his pants off.
I honestly thought like we were walking and like they were kind of like fucking. So we're looking for this sushi place.
Dry humping, maybe.
And we saw them like in the corner of our eye. We like peek over and there's like 2 guys, a guy and a girl, I should probably say. It looked like they were trying to have sex. Like they were full making out like against this fucking wall. And we're like, oh, let's not walk there. So we walked around. We crossed
two
like
gummy sharks trying to make out.
full fucking cross the road, just avoiding them. We saw them later that day, wasn't it? Like we just went off, we walked back, and they were there again. And I thought the girl was gonna give this dude a gobby on the fucking middle of the street, cause like dude's standing up and she's on her knees. And I was like, oh, hang on a minute, like what the fuck is going on? Turns out he got it. He's like he sat down as well. It wasn't like that, but it was just like, okay, oh fuck, like is this really happening? Free porn, let's go.
You beauty. Show your knockers.
Yeah. So it was fucking interesting.
And the best one was probably they called the cops on him.
Oh, dude, what the fuck was that? So yeah, we're walking past this like homeless dude yelling at some random guy. The random guy just, I don't know if he called the police or just like got the police's attention.
He must have been harassing somebody because there was a couple people talking to the police, like, yeah, he's over there, he looks like this.
Yeah,
he must
yeah.
be doing something fucked.
Yeah. So there was one guy talking to
He
the
looked like a
police.
pirate, by the way.
Yeah, it was bandana, big beard, all sorts of shit. So one guy talking to the police, and then Jake was like, "Hang on, let's watch this. Let's see what happens." So we're like, all right. So we stood back and just watched it for a bit. And this dude is like talking to the police. He's like, "Yeah," he's like over there and like pointing at this homeless dude. And it's just homeless guy in the background. It's like, "Oh, fuck off!" Like, rah rah, like fucking pigs, like oh shit. We're like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? Anyway, so this police officer like walks up the stairs and goes talks to him. We're like, all right, whatever, let's just keep walking. We walk 20 meters to the corner of our hotel, and there's another police officer talking to another guy, and the guy's like, yeah. And like, I couldn't hear him, but I could see what he was doing, and he points in his direction. He goes, yeah, he's wearing a bandana and a beard. And I was like, that's the fucking homeless dude. He's got another cop on him. This cop sprints to his van, gets in it, and fucking drives off, sirens blazing, all this shit. Another police officer van drives past like fucking Mach 4 with sirens on. I was like, dude, this fucking one homeless guy has 4 police officers on him. Like, what is going on? Like, what did he do? Did he show his dick to a schoolgirl? Did he try and stab someone? I don't know, but like he has 4 police officers on him. Like what the fuck, Brisbane? What is happening? What are you
He's
doing?
got he's got crack energy.
Oh, honestly, just
Well, like
Superman.
we assume he was homeless because he had a backpack.
Yeah, he was homeless. You can guarantee it. No one in this day and age that's not homeless wears a fucking bandana on their head. Like,
Unless you're
come on.
Hulk Hogan.
Unless you're Hulk Hogan's probably homeless by now. Like, he spent all of his fucking 80s wrestling money. He's homeless. Like, come on.
Oh, I'm sure he's come close. Fuck.
Yeah, he's got loads of money, but still, like, come on.
Live to some brother. God.
Yeah.
But other than that, Brisbane's pretty cool. Fallon's was cool.
Oh, dude, Fallon's
Shout out
was
to Fallon's.
Fallon's was great. And so, for those of you that aren't native to Brisbane or don't really know much of what's going on in Brisbane, if you walk along the Brisbane River underneath Story Bridge, there's this giant establishment. It's called Fallon's, and Fallon's it honestly goes for about 200 meters along the water. 1 second. Sorry, I'm dying.
Good.
It starts off with like this eatery area, and then it moves into like a family area, and then a beer hall, and then back into another like eatery area. The entire place is owned by Fallon's. Great place. You go there, you get a cheeseburger and chips and a drink. Great. Good atmosphere, super like nice people, except for some Brisbane but locals who argue that their food is not coming, but that's another story.
Oh yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck that dude. One thing I need to admit though,
Karen.
some Karen and Kevin's at this fucking place. One thing I need to stress, and I know Jake can agree with me the most, do not order the Negroni from Fallon's. Holy shit.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's fucking shit.
Because you know what someone else like, ooh, Negroni,
Yeah.
oh, Prosecco, oh, stunning. Nothing
The
stunning about it.
myth.
You're a piece of shit. Get your taste buds checked. Get the fuck out of here.
It tasted like shit. So
It
we
would
rocked
taste like-
up.
oh.
I think it was the second night we were in there in Brisbane. We went to Fallon's and we are like, ooh, cocktails. And it was like 2 for 36. I was like, $18 a cocktail isn't all that bad. Like, right, we're eating out. So we went and I looked at the menu and it was like, it was like an option of 5 drinks. 3 of which we have already had before. It was like like a margarita, like all sort of shit. Then there was a Negroni.
Is it Negroni or Negroni?
Negrori or something? I don't know, but regardless, we'll say Negroni. It was like we were picking between a Negroni and a margarita. Is that right? A marg?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I would say a marg. It was an option between a marg and a Negroni. And we were like, nah, fuck it. We've had a margarita before. Let's get a Negroni.
Because again, the dumb fucking TikTok with the Negroni. Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
With Prosecco. Fucking.
So
sorry, go on. Continue.
we fucked up. We got a Negroni and holy shit. Let me tell you this. When we sipped this Negroni, it was one sip and then 4 years of flashback memories of how shit this tastes. And it was like, I think I described to you, it was like sipping this thing and the aftertaste was like spraying yourself in the mouth with fucking deodorant.
Yeah.
Like that was the way it tastes. And it was hard
like,
to drink. It's bringing tears to my eyes thinking about it.
It was like metallic blood, just nickel, dime, dollar.
Raw tuna.
Licking a battery.
Yeah.
Oh, and it didn't go away. You took a sip and you're like, oh, that's not.
Yeah, like you sip it and it's fine, and then like a second later it was hard, and it's like we
ordered
ordered
chase it.
We
Couldn't
ordered
chase the
a
fucking Coke.
cheeseburger. Yeah, we ordered a cheeseburger and chips on the side, and it's like you'd sip the Negroni, and then it was like you'd have a chip, and it's still there. It just stains your mouth, and it's like, ugh, horrible taste. Brings back, oh god,
Good cheeseburger though.
very good cheeseburger. I love that cheeseburger.
Yeah, expensive, but good.
Yeah, well, Yeah, I think it was like $24 or $22 for this cheeseburger. But there's a restaurant. Oh, it's not like a restaurant bar thing. Like you
Look,
sort of have
it
to
is what
expect
it
it.
is. You're in, when in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. When in Brisbane, pay Brisbane prices.
Just don't get Negroni or Negroni.
Don't get a Negroni. Get a margarita. That's super simple. Just salty fucking.
Just don't get vodka and soda.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. Well, vodka soda was actually
It's
fine. I couldn't taste
no,
anything.
and it's like, oh, okay, we got a couple drinks. Yeah, cool. Ordered food. Ordered a couple burgers and pizza. That was really good. Good food there, I must say.
Mm,
For the 1,000 tables they have, food very good.
yeah.
Um, and he's like, oh, I'll get the drinks. Yeah, cool, cool. The margarita. It was vodka and you said two things.
So it
One
was
was vodka and soda, and the other one was a vodka and
no,
raspberry. No.
no. So it was I wanted a vodka and Sprite,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
I know.
gave us a vodka soda instead,
Yeah,
which is
that's my story.
fucking plainless. It
It's
was
like,
like flavorless.
yeah, you're like, oh, do you want a vodka and Sprite? Like, yeah, I got vodka and Sprite.
Which
And then
I'm
we get,
pretty sure, by the way, I'm pretty sure vodka and soda water is literally called a skinny bitch, right? And the
really?
reason that is because that's what fucking models drink. They drink vodka and soda water because it has 0 calories in it.
Oh,
Just an FYI. That's a little tidbit information. Um, so we got that, and then we got some fucking green, like red drink. It was like
what was it?
it was vodka with guava juice and like something else, or
Yeah, that's
grapefruit or
right.
something.
Yeah, that was alright.
That was okay. It was kind of weird, but
Could have been sweeter. It was alright.
yeah, but
But
yeah,
food, again,
whatever.
food was good.
Food was good that night. I
Yeah,
liked it.
man. I had the fried chicken burger. We had the margarita pizza.
Mm.
Eesh.
Sheesh. Very good. Smashed that pizza down. Had that dude fucking arguing next to us about his food not coming quick enough, and then he didn't
Oh,
actually order it, and then whatever.
and he ordered he didn't even order pizza, like something big, sustainable. He ordered
Fish and chips. I'm pretty sure it was.
yeah, it was like fucking
But he ordered
stupid.
that after. Like he had to go with the fucking security, and then the manager chick had to come out and was like, "Hey, don't do that. Like that's not. We don't appreciate that shit." And he's like, "Oh, I ordered my pizza," and she's like, "No, you didn't." And then he ordered it. She came out with the food, and the little fucking FBOS machine was like, "Pay for it." And he's like, "Okay, pay for it." So he's never
Yeah,
fucking ordered this food,
yeah.
and he's just having to go at people like, "That's my food." It's like, no, it's not.
He's like, oh, but I'm a nice guy. I'm not a bad guy. I didn't fuck it. Well,
Oh,
then
it's
shut
like,
the
fuck
fuck
off.
up. Shut the fuck up.
I was
You
honestly ready to fucking headlock that cunt and rip him out the fucking premises.
get out of it.
Like, fuck
That's
off.
that's legit. Twice we saw people go, like twice
Mm.
we saw people's the waitress do their job, bring people's food out, and twice we've seen people go, "Hey, that's mine."
Oh yeah, the fucking
It's
brunch on the
not.
last day.
It's not yours, man.
Fuck me.
Damn it.
Some like just old couple. They just rocked up at this place, ordered their food, and like 2 minutes later, this chick comes out with food for the table across from them. They were there for longer than us, and they're like, "Hey, that's ours." It's like, no, it's not. Like, fuck you. That is not your
Yeah.
food. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And like, we gotta
Oh,
leave soon. It's like, you went to a fucking like cafe and ordered brunch. What do you expect? You're not gonna get your food in 2 minutes. It's not McDonald's. If you want instant food or fast food, go there instead. Don't fucking order an eggs Benedict and expect it to be in your hands within 2 minutes.
yeah.
Oh
I
fuck.
ordered that. I'm priority. Like,
Yeah,
go
it's
away.
like, go fuck yourself.
Suck a dick.
Yeah.
But I think it was mother and son.
It was a mother. I don't know if it was grandmother and son or if it was mother and son and a husband, because there was three of them. But it was like,
Oh,
you're too old to be having kids. Let's be honest. Like, come on, let's be real. If you're
You're
more
too-
than like 35, just don't bother. Like, come on, don't bother. Controversial topic. I don't give a shit. Stop. Just enough. All right. You lost your chance. Okay. Don't look at me like that.
that public pool. Oh, it's South Bank. There's like public pool there, like in the middle of I don't know, middle of the strip.
Yeah, it's just this
Yeah,
weird thing. It's like you got the river and then just a public pool.
yeah. And then there was we went there for New Year's, obviously, and then like fireworks going off. And the only thing I could fireworks explode. Yeah, yellow this, red that. People go, yeah, Happy New Year. And the only thing I could think about was I turned to 8. I'm like, how much piss do you reckon's in that water?
A lot. A lot.
Half of it is piss.
Yeah, 50% piss. That's
They don't
like
kill
any pool though, right?
Yeah, true. They say the chlorine kills it, but I'm like, I don't know, man. It was like
Mm.
melting waves. Every time the people shit in melting waves and they evacuate everybody, and some guys like trying to poop a scooper out of the water.
Yeah, that's like 20 minutes. That's like half an hour of just him trying to scoop the poop out of the pool.
Ugh.
That's
When
fucked.
and theoretically it'd be like this. Done.
Done. Yeah,
Zoop done.
it's
So
that. But then it's like the
diarrhea.
leftover shit just
There's
hanging
diarrhea.
around. Fuck pools, man. Public pools. Nah, I'm good, thanks. I'd
Oh,
rather kill myself. Let's be honest.
I was gonna say the only pool like two part of this thing. The only pool I trust if you go to like the Hyatt or like the fucking Hilton and they've got a big spacious pool
Yeah.
or whatever it is, right? And second of all, I was gonna say, oh, but alternative could be going to the beach in the ocean. But then I like the
People
beach.
shit in the beach and ocean too.
Animal shit. But like, I mean, like at least it's continuously flowing. But
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, oh yeah, the beach is really cool. And I realized 2 minutes before we started this podcast, I just watched a video of a killer whale jacking some cunt off the shore and just
What the
thank you, yum
fuck?
yum yum.
Yeah,
Legitimate. I can send to you now for live reaction.
right.
Jacks it. Legit. He's on the beach. First of all, leave the whale alone.
Yeah.
It's got killer in the name. Don't go near it.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
It
What's
legit
the
went
what's
yum
the
yum yum and took him away.
what's the other
Gone.
name for a killer whale again?
Sperm whale?
Sperm? Is this sperm whale? No, I don't
No,
think sperm.
no. I used to know the name. Funny enough, for killer whale, megalodon. No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. I used to know what it was.
Cause yeah, well, killer whales. So, like, to me, right, like the way I think of killer whales is
Orca.
an orca whale. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Orca.
they're assholes, bro.
Yeah, they're fucking
They
cunts. Like, they'll be down in the Antarctic Circle having fun. They'll spot like a pack of seals just sitting on a nice little ice
Yep.
like disc, if you will, like ice island or whatever. They will
Just chilling.
sit there, and 3 of them will come up and just create a giant wave. So this fucking ice thing capsizes, and all the seals will go in the water, and they just go lump, 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 and just fucking
Yep.
kill them. They're
Or-
smart. They know what they're doing. They know that they're killing seals, and they know how to kill them.
Yep.
It's
Or
fucking
they will
ridiculous.
knock them off the ice and they go and
Yeah.
hit them from the bum. They go flying, snap their neck in the air, twist
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Boom.
they whip their tail and send
Yeah.
a seal flying 20 meters or like 100 meters just for the fun of it. And then they'll
Yeah,
go, oh, now I can kill it now and just eat it.
It's like it's like a cat in the water.
Oh,
Like cats,
yeah.
every time cats like the mouse is like fucking broken coccyx, fucking lungs collapse, broken little foot, and the cat's like,
Just having fun. You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
The mouse is like, kill me, please kill me.
Please, just end me.
I'm bored of you now.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Like, I don't know if I said it on the previous podcast or someone recently. That's what's in my brain. But did I ever talk about polar bears and how fucking gruesome they are?
No, you never did.
So polar bears, adorable, really cool. Don't go near them. So basically, apparently, like a polar bear can smell a scent through like 4-inch thick ice, for example.
Jesus,
Right?
yeah, right.
Because there's stories of how polar bears are hunting people or animals, and like there's an ice wall. The polar bear can smell through the ice, and it's like smashing, digging, scratching through the ice, get to the other side.
Hmm.
One story I heard from Mr. Our Lord and Savior Joe Rogan was that there was a fisherman, or I think I don't know if it's mates fishing or whatever it was, but there's a few guys, and their boat sank in the Antarctic or wherever they were. What happened was the boat sunk, so they hopped on to these ice. What are the ice sharks called? I can't remember what they're called. There's a word for them. They're on the ice,
Yeah.
floating around. The ice discs on the ocean, floating around, waiting for the rescue ship to come because I think they set a flare off. They got radio contact out, so they're on their way.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while they're floating these ice caps, or whatever it is, a polar bear in the distance has sniffed them out of the wind.
Yeah.
So they saw them. So the polar bear started walking towards them. Now I think there was like 2-on-1 ice, one another guy, like floating ice.
Mm.
What happened was the polar bear saw them, figured out he started jumping from ice to platform to platform.
Yeah.
So he would jump to one platform, dive in the water, jump on another platform, and basically bit by bit getting closer and closer to the guy who was on the solo ice cap. Well, ice cap isn't the word, but like the
Yeah.
floating
Yeah.
disc. Basically, long story short, these blokes were watching as a polar bear went jump, 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 and ate his mate alive. Ripped
Jesus
him apart.
Christ. Yeah. Right.
Fucking num ate him. Finished with him. Looked at the other guys, and they continue to jump, 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 swim, jump, and get closer and closer and closer to the other guys.
Mm.
They didn't die. I think they got further out of the way, and the ship came. But literally, they sat there
And watched their mate die.
Get eaten, turned into bear shit.
Yeah. Right. Fucking wild animals are not to be fucked with. Like, if
They're
you see a
not.
bear, if you see fucking anything, don't go
Leave
near
them.
it. Leave them
near it.
alone. Right?
Never-
Like, yes, we are on top of the food chain. These
If you have a weapon.
fingers are not made to fucking fight bears. Let's be real. If you want to fight a bear, you need something else. You can't
Yeah.
punch a bear to death. They will maul you to death.
Yeah.
Simple as
Well,
that.
Well, the thing is, like, we're at the top of the food chain because of our brains making weapons.
Yeah. They're
Weapons.
fucking very close to the top of the chain because they naturally kill shit all the time.
Yeah. Like the other week, we're like the fucking the grizzly bear that smashed a fucking moose neck.
Yeah, yeah.
And ripped them apart in front of the wedding. Like,
Yeah. It's
no
like,
survival skills at all.
nah. And
Us
they're
humans.
just sitting there going, wow. Wow, that's interesting. It's like,
Oh my god.
no, leave. What are you fucking doing? Bro, I watched the video today. Funny, it didn't actually like do anything, but it was like a black bear in America, of course. And this guy's filming a black bear, and it's like he had his door open, and the bear's like coming into his house, and he's like just filming. He's like, "Who the fuck invited you?" and all this sort of shit. And the black bear walks up, like bites the door handle, and like starts closing the door like behind him, like leaving the house. And he's like, as the door's about to close, he's like, "Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Close the door, bitch." And the black bear just goes poof and opens the door, and he's like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, good."
What cunt?
Yeah, what cunt? What did you fucking say to me, you dog?
Yeah, you fucking back.
If the black bear was Australian, fuck you say to me, cunt.
Yeah, oi, fuck off. Oh, did I see the TikTok of the Aussie, the Bergen family? It's like a documentary on SBS or some shit, or ABC. And it's like a town somewhere in Australia. And then it's like, Peter is angry because, no, Peter, or whatever
Oh
his name is,
yeah,
like,
his fucking
he's in
son's an ice deal or some
yeah,
shit.
he's like,
He skimmed it for $50.
yeah, that's the one. And then
Too funny.
Dad's like, get out of here and fucking fight him. I'm gonna fucking fight him right now, man. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking out of here. You fucking, oh yeah, fuck off me. It's my
Yeah.
fucking eyes.
So if he'll give you $50, if he doesn't, I'll throw him on the street myself. And the son's going off at his mother like, "Fuck you, Helen." It's just like, oh, it's like, Christ, bro. If that doesn't scream Bogan Australia, I don't know what the fuck does. Like,
Melton.
yeah, Melton. Let's be real. Jesus Christ, gun. So, good times. Probably was filmed in Melton. Let's be honest. Fucking ice
Probably.
capital of Australia. Fucking.
You know, apparently Sunshine back in the 80s and 90s was like the gang central.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also watched a documentary the other week about it with mum. Literally, Sunshine was like the mob. Like, it was about stories how, like, if you arrested the wrong mobster, he would hunt you down and track you down. And this cop went to witness protection program, and because this, yeah, apparently Sunshine was like where it was at.
Yeah, right. Now it's
Yeah, like-
Melton.
Yeah,
Full of gangs and shit. It's like,
yeah. Well, like
Christ.
every time, because where I was working, used to get cops in all the time, and they would tell us, "Oh, the worst call outs we go to is Melton."
Yeah.
Like some of them have PTSD from like going to Melton. Actually, remember that one time? Because funny story. last time you were down here, went for a drive and I got breathoed.
No.
Remember? I swear I was with you. I
No,
got
you weren't
breathalyzed.
with me.
Sure, I was.
I
And
don't
I got
remember
breath.
you getting breathed.
Yeah, I got breathalyzed, and she's like, "Oh, your front lights, and I'll get that replaced." And then as I was driving
Oh
away,
no, I do remember that. Yeah,
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 you're like,
yeah, yeah.
whoop.
Car just fucking 100k an hour through a police checkpoint. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Jesus
and then
Christ.
we followed them.
We followed them. And then you're gonna block them off. It's like, I don't want to get my car hit. I was like, fuck it, who cares? Yeah, I remember that. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
good
fuck.
times. Fucking hell, I just remember that,
And
yeah.
and where did that take place?
Melton.
Dude.
Fuck yeah, dog. I had oh,
I grew up there, so I can say it.
so did I. I grew up there more than you did. Where were you born?
In Essendon, darling.
Essendon. Yeah, that's right. I was born in Smash. It's like 10 minutes away. Fuck you.
And that's why I talk like that.
Yeah, that's why I talk like that. Um,
Although
I had one.
March has always been like the cute, nice town.
Yeah,
To
but
be fair,
that is the official ice like capital of Australia. Like,
Is
or
it?
at least of Victoria, anyways. It definitely is. Yeah, it's fucked.
I thought, what do we like?
Well, that's where the
Broadmeadows?
Do you remember that's where the chick got
Yeah,
fucking murdered and like cut up and put in a fucking wheelbarrow full of cement? You
I thought
remember
it was
that?
just I thought it was a wheelie bin.
It might have been a wheelie bin, but like she was
I
buried
sort
in
of
cement. Like the
yeah.
dude put fucking cement in with a dismembered
Oh
body.
yeah. She was
Gruesome, fucking gruesome.
she
Not
was
we probably shouldn't be talking about this on the podcast. Let's be honest.
no. Well, she got taken from like
Yeah,
the
it was like
pub
it was an
in
ex-boyfriend.
Bacchus.
Like she was just walking
Was it?
home, and he just
Yeah.
yoinked her, and it was like, yep, and
Yep.
then in a wheelie bin, as you do.
Well, a few dead bodies have been dumped at the gorge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But imagine that. How like fucked would you have been to kill somebody, drive out to the gorge, and then like
Yeah.
carry them all the way through that? That's far, man. It's like a kilometer, 2 kilometers into
Yeah.
into the bush.
Oh, yeah, it's
Into
like
that,
it's nearly like a 10-minute drive. Like if you're like
yeah, it's a hike.
yeah,
It's a fucking hike.
it's
Yeah, and you
it's like a
dragging
10-minute
them.
drive from residential place to the gorge, and then you say you can
Yep.
park up next to the river or whatever, or next to the gorge or the lake. Then you have to fucking physically grab them out of the thing and put them in the water, and it's an effort.
Well, the thing is, like, there's certain times of the year you can't go there because it's flooded.
Yeah,
So when it dries up, then you can walk through. So like to walk through the cross the river, then you go all the way down to the actual where the gorge is itself.
yeah,
That's that, and then you carry a body that's commitment.
yeah. I got stories of the gorge.
And still getting busted.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I got stories of the gorge.
You doink.
No, no pipe bomb stories actually.
What?
Yeah, all right, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's time's passed enough. It's fine.
A
So,
good chase back.
so yeah, so I was in high school still, and I was with my mates, and we went over their place, like went over my mate's place, and we're like, let's make a sparkler bomb. Do you remember making those?
Or is it the way I used to know it? Is you get a whole bunch of sparklers.
Yeah.
They still make them.
Yeah. So it's like
Okay, so you get a whole
sparklers, and you
bunch.
fold the fucking thing
We used to
back,
just tape.
and you just
them
tape it
to
up.
them.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
have one sticking out. You light it, and it comes down, and it just goes. Anyways,
Fireworks.
yeah, a giant standstill firework that just stays in place, right? Like a normal fucking firework. So me and my mates decided, let's make a sparkler bomb. But one of my mates decided to go to Bunnings and buy some PVC pipe, and he bought PVC pipe and like a little end cap and glued this end cap onto the bottom of it. Bought another end cap thing and drilled the hole into the top of it. And so we spent all day scraping the actual
Filing them.
the sparkler off of the like the sticks into this fucking PVC pipe. So after we finished doing it, we filled this fucking thing up, got the top, glued it back on, stuck one single sparkler in top, went down to the gorge, set it up, lit it, and then walked away, and like we were gonna film it from there. And as we're filming it, my mate's like, I shit you not, maybe 2 meters away from this fucking thing. we're like 10 meters, 15 meters
Yeah.
away from it because we're like, oh, this is gonna be big, like it's gonna be sick. Like, it was like 300 sparklers we put in this fucking pipe. Um, so we film it. It goes down the fuse, if you will, and it just goes. It just fucking explodes. Like it wasn't a sparkler bomb at all. It was a straight up bomb. Like we made a fucking we made a pipe bomb on the fucking thing. It explodes. And my mate standing like 2 meters away from it, like shits himself, as you fucking would. Like something in front of you just fucking exploded and you're filming it and you're like, holy shit. He like he sprints away. He's like, oh my god, what the fuck happened? But we were just like we're shell shocked at that point. Like we just witnessed World War One, like in full fucking HD definition. Like we're like, what the fuck just happened? Like what did we just do? And yeah, we made a fucking we made a pipe bomb by accident. So that's interesting.
It's like straight gunpowder.
It literally is. It's gunpowder in a contained PVC pipe that we fucking lit on fire.
I remember, like, because growing off land, we set a lot of bonfires.
Yeah.
They were the best, especially back in the day as a kid when like there was like no restrictions. Anyways, and like you have like an empty deodorant can, you throw it in.
Oh
give
yeah.
it about 60 seconds. Or like some were like, I think I once I put a whole can of Lynx in there.
Jesus Christ.
That was very bad.
Yeah.
It like rattled the windows of the house.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I got a story about a bonfire actually. Another one. We were going to a party and we stayed in my mate's backyard. He lives on like this rural property, and so we had like tents set up like around this like fire pit that we made. Big bonfire, and we're just having fun, just telling stories, listening to music, all sort of shit. And a few of my mates decided to jump over the fire. Like they were just running and jumping over it. Nothing bad happened. Like no one fell in the fire. It was fine. But they were wearing like fucking what's the
Police?
bathrobes. They were wearing bathrobes for whatever reason. They were just like wearing bathrobes, jumping over it and cool. Like oh, everything's fine. One mate loses his phone. He doesn't know where it went. He's like, oh, maybe it's like under the tent. Maybe it's like in the bushes somewhere. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We're like fucked off to this party. Came back. We're like, all right. And then we went to sleep. Woke up. Tried to find his phone. We couldn't find it. We look in the fire, like in the ashes of the fire, and we just see the so I had an iPhone 5, right? And so if you're not aware, the iPhone 5 has like two metal plates on top and bottom, and it just has glass back.
That was my favorite.
We found the metal plates of his phone in the fire. So at some point of him jumping over this fire, the phone had gone out of his pocket into the fire. No one noticed it and burnt up. So he's jumping over it, having fun, loses his phone, unknowingly. And we wake up in the morning, we're like, all right, let's try and find your phone. So we and it was like a 2-acre property. And we're just like walking up and down this fucking property trying to find it, doing search party shit, like going off, 6 wide, 1 meter apart, and just like going, just like looking for his phone. And then eventually like, oh fuck, like I don't know where it is. Maybe he left at the party or some shit. We're sitting around this burnt up fire, it's just ashes, and we see, oh fuck, hang on a minute. And we pull it off. It's just this like piece of his phone just in the fire, and we're like, oh no. He was so distraught. This is like year 10. So it's like no one has a job, no one has fucking money. This cunt now has to go to his parents and be like, yes, you know that phone you just bought me? Yeah, I don't have that phone anymore. It got fucking destroyed. So I need a new phone. So that was yeah, good times. Good
God.
Party times. Like fucking kind of like bush dope times, but it was at this weird fucking abandoned shack.
Remember we well after year 12, because I had the property, we made like we got bricks and made a fire pit. Usually the bonfires have them anywhere, but this one made a specific little fire pit.
Oh, very nice.
And we had like a ritual burning of all our school books.
Very good.
That's quite good.
I just didn't rock up to that. I just didn't have anything for that because I stopped rocking up to school. You didn't hear that, Mum? I went to school the entire time, but I didn't. I was never at school in year 12. So,
I stopped. I didn't do homework for like the last 2-3 years of my schooling life, so
yeah.
don't know how I got don't know how I got past. But I did. Look at me now.
We're making a podcast. Look at us go. That's
Look
fine.
at look at us.
Look at us. Look at us. We've got to make that a thing every episode. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god,
All
such
right.
is life.
Well, it's been an hour, so we should probably end it soon.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Fuck. Of course, I get a fucking Windows notification as we do this. Any last story you want to say?
Um, we could talk about how last story we could do last Brisbane story.
Hmm?
How I got to check in my bags, and you had to sit in baggage claim.
Oh, dude.
for
Fuck
like
me,
5 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go upstairs now.
Yeah. So I just want to say
There's
this.
like a lounge, there's a bar.
Yeah. I just want to
chicks.
say this. Fuck Jetstar. Like, if you're like, if for whatever reason anyone from Jetstar is watching this shit, fuck you, right? Allow me to check my bags in more than 2 hours before my flight. For the love of God. Like, it is ridiculous. So, I flew from Brisbane with Jetstar because it was cheapest. Jake flew with Virgin because he is a Virgin, so it made sense. Virgin allows you to fucking check your bags in any point in the day that your flight is in, like on. So he flew obviously 2 days ago or yesterday, whatever it was.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Oh, Monday. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. What? No, it was Tuesday morning, but okay.
Tuesday. Yeah. Well,
So-
this drops on Thursday, so fuck. I was like, anyways,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Regardless, like Tuesday. So his flight was at like 2 p.m. We got to the airport at 12 o'clock. He was able to check his bags in at any point. If he got there at the airport at 6 a.m., he was able to check his bags in. Not a problem. My flight was at 5 o'clock. I got to the airport with Jake at 12 o'clock. I couldn't check my bags until 3 o'clock. So I'm sitting there just in a chair with my giant ass suitcase next to me on my phone where there's no charging ports because Brisbane has no charging ports anywhere for whatever fucking reason. I'm like sitting there just on my phone, wasting battery, just waiting for 3 hours until I could finally check my fucking bag in. Checking in, go upstairs. Again, no fucking charging ports at the gates to charge my phone. I have to go to the cafe.
What gate was yours?
25. So
mine was 40. Mine was 48.
yeah,
That
yours is
table
on the other side, and mine
Yeah.
was fucking on the left side.
because that table's full of charging ports.
Yeah. So I did end up finding somewhere. It was in like it was in a Qantas lounge, and it had like there was like a wine tasting area, and I sat behind the fucking wine tasting thing. It was just luckily a fucking wall charger port just randomly scattered throughout this fucking airport, and I was just like, and just sat there for like half an hour and charged my phone to like 30%. So it's like fuck's sake, but fuck
And
you, Jetstar. Unless you want to sponsor me and give me free flights, and I won't talk shit about you anymore. But yeah, so interesting.
The joys of flight.
Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, with that being said, we should probably end the podcast. Right? Like we've ragged on homeless people, Jetstar, just Negronis, fucking Kevins and Karens, and just stupid shit. So,
But
yeah.
other than those things, Brisbane, you're right.
You're right. Maybe I might
You're
move there one day. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And the chicks,
Oh, babes.
not bad.
Mm-mm.
Not
Yum
bad.
yum. So,
Anyways,
yeah,
well, have a lovely evening, Aiden.
you too,
Everybody
mate.
else?
I mean, it's 12 o'clock. I'm honestly probably gonna have a shower and go to bed.
Same. At least you don't have work today, like I do.
Yes. All right. Well, everybody, have a good night.
Peace, love, and hugs.
Peace, love, and hugs. Sure. Adios.
Especially the chicks.
Especially the babes.
Baby.
Adios. Have a good one, guys. I love you. Sort of.